Wow, we're here. We're here. We're doing episode 2 of fucking nonsense. It was even more nonsensical when it was Jacob. Somehow this is a bit more coherent when it's the three of us. No surprise. The quality of this has currently been a bit of a roller coaster. We've done 1 camera, 3 people. We've done no cameras, 2 people, and now we're back to 3 people with 3 cameras, which means there's 1, 2, and then I can't point at that one. There's 3.
So that's not
we're a step up in quality.
quite the change in setup from episode 0 to episode 1, episode 2.
Definitely. However, we're still just as unsure as to what the fuck is going on as before. However, now we have coverage, so now it's not going to look like we're floundering nearly as much as before.
That's true.
Which
That's
is
a good point.
a little useful. Yeah. So what we can talk about, folks? What do we got? What's happening in the news today? What's going on?
So
We're already chatting, so this is kind of...
We could rehash a bunch of that.
What was the start of that?
I don't know. I just remember talking about Frosty and where sentience
The
lies.
sentience of the
Well, we started with the Wizard of Oz, and then we moved into Frosty.
Yeah, we can't start with the Wizard of Oz.
They moved
yet
to Smiling
because we did
Friends,
that
moved to
before.
Frosty.
I
We
know.
can't keep talking about the Wizard of
I'm
Oz
obsessed with it right now.
because we're not like it's not. We can't
keep talking about WB.
We can keep talking about the Warner Brothers
So
acquisition.
you can't get a share now, unfortunately. We no longer can.
No, we're-
purchase
Yeah, we
Warner
lost
Brothers.
the bid.
I don't. We were barely in it when it was Netflix, but now I think Paramount has made it.
We're at
What is it? Over $100 billion bid.
Something like that. I thought Netflix owned it. I thought that was said and done, but then Paramount's really gunning. So
Paramount said, "Kiss my ass."
yeah.
Either of these companies owning Warner Brothers is actually really scary when you think about it, because it's like you think about, and nobody's talking about it this way either. Everybody's just talking about like Netflix and Paramount are like at each other's throats. They're gonna kill each other over Warner Brothers. But it's like when you think about it in the grand scheme of it, everybody kind of unanimously hates the Disney Corporation for owning like a major
Everything,
percentile.
yeah.
And like literally buying studios and shutting them down and all this kind of stuff. That's basically what's going to happen here.
Whoever wins this.
Whoever wins this is going to be just a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Right? At least in terms of like IP ownership, right? They're going to be massive.
Does it come to the point where it's just like Netflix versus Disney, and then it's like
That's scary.
that is scary. That's really scary.
It's going to happen.
It's kind of like old money billionaire versus new money billionaire.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
Neither
not
of them are.
Who do you think's going to win?
Between Netflix and Disney. Probably Netflix. If I had to put money on it, I think long range, both too big to fail. However, I think if one's going to beat out the other, it might be Netflix.
I don't know. I feel like people had enough of Disney at this point.
No, I agree, but also Disney kind of keeps putting out bomb after bomb after bomb.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
Whereas like Netflix, despite any issue you might have with them and streaming as a whole, turns out like an even number of garbage and good.
I think that's the weird thing, because people are calling out all like the awful things that they hate about Netflix and like what they do with their shows, but like at the end of the day, like they keep producing shows that like everybody's talking about and stuff that like everybody is, and
Yes.
it's not all good, but a lot of it is like, you know, people are watching these shows. People are watching Stranger Things season 5. People are watching Wednesday season 2. You know, so it's not like these Netflix originals are getting made and then just disappearing. Some of them are too. So
Well,
it's
yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't think Paramount wins. I don't think that's gonna happen. I could be wrong.
Paramount, they put $108 billion
That's crazy.
is what Paramount has decided.
That's their cap
That's their middle finger on Netflix.
on Netflix. Because they were that's crazy. Because I think they were the highest in the bidding war before, but like they were like 108 billion though. Like that's different. Like
I know it's over 100, but the number I saw was 108. And I don't know if that's accurate or not, because you can't trust like any of that stuff.
any of those sources. No, but it's like I don't know. And Paramount has a streaming service, right? I think.
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
That's where Bar Rescue is.
Okay, I have.
Bar Rescue lives on Paramount Plus.
I don't know. Like the majority of people, I think people are gonna gun for like they want Netflix to have it. I think they just want all of I think they want everything in one place, and the closest you can get to that right now is Netflix or Disney Plus. Probably. I mean, Prime Video is really big too. I don't see that going anywhere though, because like people buy a lot of stuff off Prime too. Like Prime is good for buying movies and buying shows,
Yeah.
whereas Netflix and Disney Plus are strictly streaming.
I would say that the public probably is more in favor of a company like Netflix than they are a company like Paramount.
Yeah.
Just because I get years of history, I guess. I don't know. Netflix seems to have more trust and support, I think, from people than
Paramount.
most of like the traditional media companies, and I don't know why that is, because they don't care about you any more than anybody else.
No.
So I'm not too sure why that is.
I don't know. It makes you think about all the stuff that's being, you know, all the like in HBO, because that's just completely gonna be Netflix now.
Netflix would just have you.
Think about, because you were talking about Harry Potter the other day.
Yeah, I'm
That's a new
so
series.
worried about that show.
What? I don't know. I wouldn't be worried about it. I feel like regardless of any deal,
No, but
it's still.
Netflix likes to wait a really long time in between seasons, so we're gonna end up with recasting, and that's not what they wanted to do with
Yeah,
that
but
show.
I don't
They
think.
wanted to film it back to back to back to back, and make it as accurate to the books as possible, and like add in new stuff to make it even better. It's gonna be a whole thing, and I was so excited, but now it's all gone.
I don't think there's going to be any major shift in it, though. I can't imagine from a project perspective, because Gunn and the other guy got their contracts extended
Yeah.
in wake
Peter
of
Safran.
in wake of the acquisition. So I'd imagine it'll be kind of
The same thing.
like I don't think anything is gonna not happen, right? Because like HBO Productions and all this stuff, I assume sort of happen tangentially
And
to Warner Brothers anyway.
as far as I know, like
The stuff
Harry
you're
Potter-
excited about is probably.
yeah, you know, Supergirl and
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold and Clayface, and that's all good. But the same thing, because Harry Potter started that started production
Ages
in
ago.
months ago, right? The summer. So I mean, like once you're that deep into it, like sure, Netflix, you know, might get their hands on it, might shuffle some things around. But I think as far as the show itself goes, like I don't think
I don't think it'd be
it's gonna be
anything.
changed.
I don't think it's going to be anything that would affect it. I think
No.
it's going to be like there might be some like company restructuring that occurs, but I don't think it would be.
it's just how do they go? What do they do with it afterwards? You know?
Yeah.
Like they got season 1, so like you said, do they wait 2 years and then like Harry Potter season 2 comes out and everyone's
30.
like 30 years old? Yeah.
It's a huge show. I saw a picture. What was it for the Avatar live action? It was like
yes.
Aang in season 1, Aang in season 2.
I forgot about that too.
Oh,
I forgot that it came
about
out.
that show.
I have no care for it. I just saw the.
No,
the
I watched
post.
like 2 episodes of it, and I'm like, the animated
It's
show
strange,
is
yeah.
way better.
It's I just think the post.
It's
was
not
really
bad. It's just I didn't enjoy it.
I
Yeah.
didn't get to check it out, but I
haven't-
watched the live action movie. So.
cool. I haven't seen. I think I've only ever seen like the first 2-3 seasons of Avatar.
The animated?
Like the original.
It's only 3 seasons long, so that's pretty.
How long is it?
It's 3 seasons, right?
Okay, well then I only saw the 2.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Because
that's
I know I didn't finish it, but I saw like
You should
most
finish
of
it though.
Probably,
It's
but I'd
worth
have
watching.
to. I'd have to start from the top.
Take it from the top.
Take from the top, and then it would eat up a lot of my time, and then that would be I don't know, well
I
spent.
was thinking about future podcast episodes, and I think
Yeah.
we should do a show and tell one.
The show and
Yeah.
show
like
and
how's
tell.
that? Like what do we mean by that?
We each bring in something and talk about it.
Okay.
That's
Next time we should all.
that's a
bring
good idea if it's within like a category.
We should all
Like the
bring a
items.
topic next time.
Yeah, let's each bring a topic
All
and
bring a topic.
bring a piece of paper and write down like what
Yeah.
you want to talk about.
This is an interesting show. I think
I think it's
we still don't know what this is.
it's a little bit of
Still doesn't
everything.
have a name. We still don't have a name for this.
Oh, it's just
No,
wow.
it just is what it is. Jacob had a pitch, but it's
What was
Jacob's suggestion, so not happening.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Who was it?
No, it was.
Is it strong?
Well, it's more an inside joke, so I don't know. Like nobody. I'm gonna mention it right now, but I'm gonna have to now explain the context.
The
behind
inside
it.
joke, yeah.
Because it's he said we should call it the Nazi would be mad at us,
Okay.
which is for context on that. I feel like we've explained the context to you before, but for everyone at home, it's when Jake and I used to write. Right, at some point he found like a 10-hour-long YouTube video of a guy dressed as a Nazi officer who would occasionally
Yep.
enter the room and like bark at you to get back to work,
I remember hearing that. Yeah.
which would work reasonably well for us because it would be. There 20 like Jacob found it, he put it on. We just had a laugh at the idea of what it was,
Yeah.
and then he minimized it, and
Left
then
it on.
we went on a huge tangent for like 20 minutes, and then somewhere in like towards the end of that tangent, all you could hear was German words happening. We're like, what the fuck was that? And then we we realized we left the video open. We're like, okay. And so then from that point forward, it became a running gag to just say, whenever a tangent happened, whoever tuned into the tangent first, it was the Nazi would be very mad at us right now.
That's a good way to keep on track, I think.
Yeah, having a Nazi tell you to keep your shit together. Yeah, but that was his pitch for a title.
For the title,
I unironically don't hate it. It's just one of those things where I feel like it needs.
I've seen
it
much
needs
worse
a-
podcast names.
I think it needs a lot of context
To explain
for
it.
it to make sense.
Yeah, it like needs its own episode.
Like,
just
anybody who
explaining
doesn't
the
see
name.
this particular clip is not going to understand why it's called that.
One YouTube short of
Yeah.
just that little section.
I also don't know how much having the word Nazi in the title would affect
It could make the
YouTube
algorithm
search.
hate us.
I-
yeah.
I think it will affect the way people, what they think the podcast is about. If
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah,
They would think it's very political.
yeah, I think it's a political podcast.
they probably would.
Probably the least political.
But then they'd hear me
podcast.
talking about any politics and realize very quickly that it's not
Not a
aligned,
political podcast.
not aligned for
No,
politics, no. For the record, we don't agree with Nazi.
No, that's
For the record.
that's, you know,
For the record, I disagree wholeheartedly with the Nazi Party.
just have to make that clear.
Yes. We're gonna cut that bit out.
We're gonna
We're
cut
gonna cut
that.
all that out
Just good. It's on the record.
from the record. Yeah. Yes.
Just do like a blatantly obvious cut, like put up the.
With
color
3
bars.
cameras, there's no reason to. Because
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
cut from one to the other. But it's
It's like
It'd
nothing
be funny
happened.
though.
it would. You're right.
Cut the cameras.
As you start talking about it, cut it. Yeah,
Just cut the black and just let it sit
for like a couple seconds.
for a while. Yeah.
The camera come back up.
Uh,
technical error there.
Oh,
Just in case you need it.
there was
Camera in.
somebody broke in and started chewing on the cables. Oh, we had
That was
to, we
really
had to
bad.
shut down.
That was really
Oh.
bad. We got somebody knocking on our door.
Yeah,
That could happen.
That is
That
That
will
could
happen for sure.
That-
I expect that to happen.
that could happen.
Yeah, right now we're just in like a random classroom. Someone could come in.
Yeah.
On the topic,
Just run into the college building and set this stuff up.
on the topic of the films thing, not to get too much into that acquisition thing again, but it makes me wonder: as companies are buying out those big studios, how much do you think that's going to affect? I know like Disney Plus is not a big thing because they make they make their big blockbuster Star Wars or Marvel or miscellaneous animated film. It goes in theaters. 2 months later, it's on Disney Plus. But Netflix has been like make our movies on Netflix. Do you
Yeah.
think that's going to happen with Warner Bros. Films? Like to some degree, even if it's like, come a week or two later and this movie's already on Netflix, or some are going to be straight release. Like,
I don't know. I don't have an answer
If
for that.
they want to do both, that would be dumb to put it on Netflix first, because then no one is going to
would.
watch it.
no, for
in
sure.
Theater.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to say because
Or put it on Netflix too fast, because then what's the drive to go watch it if it's going to be on there in a week anyways?
it's interesting. I think that this point in particular, I would say, brings us into a sort of a different conversation about sort of the place of theaters in modern cinema.
I love going to the theater. I don't know why people don't
You-
like doing it.
Are probably of a minority that like I'm also a part
Yeah,
of.
no, like I love theaters,
it's-
but it seems like
I recognize that like
No,
we
everything
are
is
not.
better in the theater.
I agree, but I also recognize that we're not the majority
no,
of
for
this
sure.
opinion.
Man,
Like,
if I
how
could
often
binge
do you-
watch a TV show in a theater, that'd be great.
How often do you go see a film now in a theater and like you're like, wow, this place is packed? Besides like
Yeah.
the Minecraft movie, that doesn't count.
That isn't.
I don't know.
it's
I
not
feel like the
happening.
Five Nights at Freddy's movie, when it does get down here, is going to be.
That's
very
true. I've
good.
seen
That
much
will pop
mixed
up,
talk
but
about
those
that.
are exceptions, not the rule, right? They're exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, that's,
Because
Wait,
anytime-
Easy, I don't remember.
it was, and we were there late. Like we didn't go see that immediately, and that
yeah,
had a
we
lot
went
of
to
people.
one of the last showings.
But again, that's like that became like that kind of cultural following thing again,
Yeah.
where you have so much hype surrounding like like Avengers Doomsday's coming out, like you're
Yeah.
gonna get a packed theater, But when it comes to these these movies that are original, like original
What was the
films,
other
like,
one we went
man,
to where it was not? Was it the monkey one?
The Monkey, that didn't have that didn't have really anyone.
No.
There was nobody went to see that.
What was it? The monkey's
The Monkey.
paw?
No, I think it was just the Monkey. That was a
The
Stephen
Monkey?
King.
Stephen King. Okay.
And again, you can go in and say, oh, it's about this and it's about ratings.
Yeah, but
and,
nobody. I think also too, we're currently in a place where it's not like we're not in like a big city.
No, and that's
And
true.
we've
That's
got
true.
sort of a small theater, one screen.
Yeah.
But that
So
could
like,
almost make it worse, right?
so
Having
what,
more seats
when a
makes it-
movie like The
Yeah.
Monkey shows up, nobody's going to see that.
No.
Nobody knows what that is.
We
and
went
nobody
to
cares.
see it.
No,
We
but
did.
you know, but the theater was probably very late.
And that's that minority of those
Yeah.
people that just want to go see a movie.
Probably had like 10 people in the audience for that one.
Yeah.
I went to see F1, which was like reasonably
That had
A
hype.
big
I remember.
movie.
Yeah.
right. Do you know what that is? F1 is Formula One, so it's just it's a race movie.
It's Brad Pitt,
Oh.
right?
Brad Pitt's like an old F1 racer. I just wanted to see it because I wanted to do something. I went alone. One of the few times I've gone to the theater alone. But I thought it was a pretty good movie actually overall. But what I will say is not a lot of people in there,
There you go.
right? And that movie was, from my understanding, reasonably big.
And,
Right?
like-
Like it wasn't a small film. Right?
No, and people were talking about that in the same way. I remember, like, because I've seen people talking about how, like, films, like original films, like, aren't a lot of those aren't coming to theaters, and like all these films they're seeing are, you know, these big blockbusters or like films with IPs, and then like F1 was there, and it's like, yeah, like it's an original film, but like it's a brand, you know, like people know F1, like you look at it, but like I wasn't here. It was you know, I can't remember where I went and seen it, but like, you know, larger theater, like 2 or 3 screens, and I mean like Superman,
Yeah.
even that, like I'm sure the first few viewings were a lot of people, and there was a few people, but like it wasn't, you know, like it wasn't sold out.
No.
And again, that's where we are, you know, where we live, but
Yes.
it's still
It's, I don't know, theaters are an interesting place where I feel like they're always trying to, like every theater pretty much like is, as annoying as something like the Minecraft movie is when it happens,
yeah,
it's kind of like the best thing to happen to theaters.
oh, for sure,
Right?
Yeah,
Barbenheimer is another good example of like, I feel
That
like
was- yeah,
Oppenheimer probably would have had a lot of people going just because Chris Nolan as a director gets a lot of people. I don't know if I don't know if her Barbie would have gotten as many
Quite
people
so
in
big.
the seats if it wasn't for like just the hilarity
of like those two
of this
films, yeah.
of that sort of marketing campaign. I'm not sure. I
It
think
worked.
it's a good movie. I
Yeah.
enjoyed Barbie. I thought it was a good film, but I'm just saying like I would have expected Chris Nolan to have performed pretty well without that sort of marketing situation
For sure.
happening. I don't know if Barbie would have performed as well.
I think it would have got, yeah, like it was like people were talking about it, you know, when the trailer came out and stuff before, you know, the whole obviously theater and the Oppenheimer
Yeah.
thing, but like to a certain degree, like I think there was only so much. Like I would have got viewers, but not to the degree that like
Yeah.
you see everyone was going to see those movies, and like you said, like that's the best thing that happens for theaters. Minecraft movie came out, like that was the most I had seen videos of people talking about like going to a movie theater, and
Yep.
since that, you know,
It's something like that happens. Movies have to be events to warrant people going to the theater because they have too much access at home.
yeah, for sure.
That's what I think. I think that you need to give me more value than just, oh, I get to spend $60
Yeah.
on a ticket and popcorn and a drink.
Hey, usually the food's more expensive than the movie.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though. It's like you need to give more value to the experience. Because I think people flock for something like Minecraft because it's a big cultural sort of thing, and it's like, oh, we want to be part of that.
Everyone
Like
wants to
half
see
of the people going to the theater just want to go there because they want to be part of they want to yell the lines like everybody else.
And that's where you get
Right.
those Five Nights at Freddy's, the Minecraft, your Avengers, your Avatar.
Yes.
You know, like,
People also want the merch from the
It's-
theaters, like
yeah.
the popcorn buckets and the drink containers.
That's
that does a lot now.
That's crazy to me. But that's adding value, I guess.
Mm.
Although you're paying like extra money, I imagine, for the bucket itself.
Oh yeah, they're
Right.
crazy expensive.
And then they don't even have as much in it as if you just got a medium.
Which is
I seen
Right.
somebody who got a Wicket cup and it had like a little figure alphabet on the drink, the top of it,
Mhm.
and they couldn't even drink out of it, or she would like stab them in the eye.
I I think it was Deadpool and Wolverine. I think he had like the
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Deadpool, the zombie Deadpool head. whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like the thing. I think it just held less popcorn
Oh, for
than
sure.
most bags.
They're not
and I
the
find that-
consumer.
Yeah,
they're not to
not-
give you more popcorn. Like,
No,
for
it's
display.
it's for
Yeah.
just to have. But it's funny to me
collector item.
because I'm like, this is like, man, you're paying a lot of money, and then you're not getting half as what you would get if you just didn't get it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's those things where you say it's an event, so like they take something home and it's like I can commemorate this,
Yes,
you know,
right.
and like
I
keep your
understand.
Deadpool head on your shelf.
I understand. I personally think it's a waste of money. However,
I
But I
can't
get it.
disagree.
I think it's
Are always-
cool, but I get it, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you're
It's
gonna
a-
spend a bunch of money.
It's a
But
collectible. It's not supposed to be worth. It's not supposed to be like worth it,
yeah,
right? It's supposed to be just like a fun thing for you to do.
Bring it up. Yeah.
But it is like it's about generating value to get people into the theater. So it's tentpole movies still, right? Like blockbusters still perform well,
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
right? Like Marvel,
There
Avengers,
you go.
Spider-Man movie comes out, everybody and their grandma goes to the theater. It is kind of certain superheroes though, because I feel like something like
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts did do alright, didn't it?
It did, but I
And
think it
Fantastic Four.
underperformed. Fantastic Four did pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But people kind of know that anyway because there was the old movies. So I
Yeah,
think
so you
you
got-
had a bunch of people that knew what it was going
Oh, you see a face and you're like, oh, I reckon. And Pedro Pascal, you get those big actors in there. You know, people will go to a movie to see an actor for
Yeah.
sure.
in. Still, to this day,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
always been a thing that works.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, specifically, it's like, if you have a property that people recognize, they will show up in the theater and go see it. Like, I think it's kind of burnt that Disney doesn't do anything with their original stuff anymore. And by that I mean, like Mickey Mouse does not go to a theater anymore.
That's true.
And I find that to be really interesting because I guarantee you'd fill the house if you put a Mickey movie.
What was
In
the
there.
last Mickey Mouse movie actually that
I feel like it depends on how we count it.
Because I don't know. I wouldn't be able to say it.
I
You'd
would-
think
I-
there'd be like some like
Was it the crossover one?
what was that one?
You know, where they had like Looney Tunes and.
Oh,
That's Roger Rabbit.
Mm.
I have no idea. I don't know. There's no way I wouldn't know.
which is weird because again, you'd think like in this age of like all these remakes, and we got I know this is a little older now, but we've got things like Christopher Robin, and then you get all those
Yeah.
Disney remakes. I think that they wouldn't do some kind of like really nice, clean 3D animated
Wait.
Mickey Mouse story adventure that's like a 2-hour blockbuster. Like
I'd be here
Yeah.
for another Goofy movie.
Goofy movie would be
Goofy
great.
movie, yeah.
That'd be cool.
that would be nice. Like you said, they've got all these.
You could do the nostalgia trip Goofy movie where now it's old man Goof and like 30, 40-year-old Max.
Oh yeah, you could.
Right? You could do millennial
pull that.
Max and Goof, Grandpa Goof, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
it would be
Max has a little.
right, and then fuck, what's his name? Who's the performer
The actor.
in the movie? In Goofy movie, they go to see the guy's show. He's the big music man.
Oh!
Fuck, what's his name?
What is his
What's his
name?
name? Shit. What's his name?
Oh no.
Fuck.
The guy, you know, he's
What's
all
his name?
80s.
Anybody who's seen the movie knows what we're talking about.
Anyway.
But what I'm
You
saying, you
can
can have
insert
he's on a comeback tour or whatever the fuck. He's doing one of those things where it's like, you know, the band comes back.
Yeah.
The
Right?
band goes on a tour.
It's the same movie.
It's just
They're
nostalgia.
doing the same movie
yeah,
again.
yeah.
However,
It's a cash grab.
everyone is older.
But it works.
We're doing the same movie. The only difference is you don't have like you probably wouldn't have it in the same way if we had it at all.
I don't know, Max got
it'd be-
divorced or something.
You'd have to do
It was
something
in a
like that.
custody battle.
'Cause
Make it
You did that.
depressing.
it's the same. It's like, oh no, well no, okay, well now we gotta do the true legacy sequel now. Now we have to get Max has a kid.
Yes, and then
Roxanne is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa Goof and millennial Father Max and Zoomer child
oh
go
man.
on road trip.
And then you got
Right?
a
That's-
movie for
that's the
everyone.
movie.
It's for everyone.
It is truly
Throw the word
generational,
movie in
intergenerational.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Do some crossovers and they get a multiverse, and then we've got billions of dollars coming in.
They go on a long road trip adventure. They run into such family classics as Clarabelle Cow and Horace the horse. I don't know. He probably had a funnier
You
name.
get some Mickey Mouse cameos in there, and just throw it.
Donald Duck is
Hey,
present.
that's what they did in the
Right.
Goofy movie. There was Mickey Mouse.
There you
Was
go.
he in there?
So
Yes.
I don't remember that.
In the first one, he was.
I need to go watch
Okay.
that.
Remember, he
again.
was on the side of the road.
It's been a
Him and
long
Donald.
time. It's been an unnecessary.
does that count
long
as the
time.
last Mickey Mouse movie? Is that in
I'll
there?
allow it. I'll
That
allow
might
it.
be it. That could be it.
This is
Travis, have
What?
you ever been to a zoo?
yes.
What's your opinion on zoos?
I don't really get it. I don't get
You
it. I
think
don't know.
it's
You walk into a big place, you look at a bunch of animals, you say, "Wow," and then you go home.
Do you think it's
I don't-
cruel?
What?
Do you think it's cruel?
Cruel? I mean, those animals are like kind of aren't they usually like
I don't know.
born in captivity?
Some zoos are shady.
If they're like stolen from like the African pastures, then
Yeah.
like probably a little fucked up. But if they're like born and raised in captivity, I don't know. Like if they're
You're on a gray line.
if they're like third generation zoo animals, then
Third
I feel like-
generation.
I feel like they're probably they
The
don't
giraffe
know.
has only known the zoo.
It's
It's unfortunate, really.
it's a little fucked, but it's still. I
It's
mean, like
neck shrink.
I feel less bad
Can't
about it.
handle the normal
Well,
shrink.
we
It's
don't
like,
have
uh,
zoos here, so it's like
it's like people talk. It's like when people talk about like free range chicken versus the like
oh, like the,
like the
The cage
the way we
chicken?
actually do chickens. It's like
the shed chicken.
I
The freaking
you know
Yeah.
I don't know if I.
Hormone infested.
I don't think that there's anything morally wrong about us slaughtering chickens en masse.
oh,
you know,
you're
like for food consumption.
you're pro chicken.
I don't give a
consumption.
shit.
I'm not anywhere close to being a vegan. I just prefer not to think
I
about
don't-
what
I
happens
disagree
to these
with-
animals.
That's
What,
fair.
what's the funny fucking like billboard where it's like I think it's like a PETA ad or something.
Oh,
It's
where
like,
do you draw the
where do
line?
you draw the line? And then some guy drew one in. He's like, right about here.
It was like a horse and a rabbit. He's like right here. He's
right,
like
right about here. Right?
yeah.
It's I don't know. I think it's because it really is like it's kind of a funny question to me because really when you're asking that you're really just saying it's like where do you draw the line? It's like okay, so about where the domesticated animals stop.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
That's
Not
where the
where
line
pet
is.
territory ends.
Yeah, if it was domesticated and like I'd be like okay. Maybe not even horse. I'm like no.
No.
Some people eat horse. Or
Do
like,
they?
I don't know if they
Can
do,
we
but like I
please
think
not
it's
eat horses or
horse is like I think it's a type of thing where I think it might be cultural. I don't know. I feel like
Weren't
they
they
Oh,
do
there's
eat
definitely
horses.
somewhere
Isn't
there.
that a thing?
Huh?
They made glue out of horses at one point?
I have no
yeah,
idea.
I
I've
know
heard
what
that
you're talking
many
about.
times.
I
Well,
know.
my
It's
thing,
true or
my
not.
thing I was gonna say about horses, like I think horse is one of those things where I think some people are like whatever and some people don't. I don't know. I may be talking out my ass right now. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Let us know.
But how do you feel about eating horses?
Does it happen somewhere?
Does
Probably.
it happen? No, but I feel like horses are like one of those things where like, I feel like you could make the
Somebody at
argument
some point has
for
eaten
eating horses.
Someone-
but I don't.
Someone would argue very hard. The person that's eating the horse
Yeah.
would, I think, they would
I feel
argue.
like horse girls would be arguing
Horse
even
girls.
harder.
Horse girls. Let us know how you feel in the comments, horse girls.
About this conversation.
Any horse girl.
Can we get a horse girl on this podcast and a horse eater on the podcast? And let them just, we don't even have to say anything for an
One
episode.
horse eater versus 20
Horse girls.
Oh
Oh,
That's Jubilee. Call me.
that's a Mr. Beast episode.
That's a Jubilee video.
Yeah,
For
yeah, that's true.
That's Jubilee, Mr. Beast. Whoever is watching, give me a call.
Whoever wants to invest. You couldn't get Warner Brothers.
whoever's, I'm willing to sell. I'm willing to sell this one.
Hey.
But I want my finder's fee.
no. How much you sell it for?
What?
Your ideas and your podcast.
$2 million.
That's good base level. We're for negotiations.
$2 million.
Allow negotiations.
They want what they can't
There gotta
have.
be some benefits.
Netflix doesn't want WB games, so we'll.
They want what they can't have, and I have what they can't, what they don't have. So they're gonna have to give me what I want for it. That's business.
Yeah, it's a
Business.
balance.
The
It's a
way
balance.
it goes.
You know what we did today?
What did you do today?
We wrapped a set.
You
This
wrapped
is the biggest gift
a
I've
set.
ever had.
How did you wrap a set?
Well, wallpaper is expensive, short, and hard to find. And wrapping paper is cheap, long, and easy to find. And so, as we were instructed to do, not our idea, we wrapped the set in wrapping paper
Okay.
instead of putting on wallpaper.
Smart.
Well, you know what? You would be surprised.
Does it actually look good?
No, not really. You probably wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
Actually.
It looks
Awesome.
atrocious, but
Okay.
it's gonna be in black and white, so it's not actually that bad.
Okay.
At least the color doesn't look. That doesn't fix the.
No, it's not that bad.
It could be a lot worse. I think with lights on it, we'll be impressed with how it looks. But I think it's what you could expect from.
I think
Wrapping
our
a set in wrapping
instructor
paper.
is a little too excited about this whole thing.
Yeah, he's
like,
seen it
this looks
too.
great. I'm like, are you
Relax.
sure about that?
It was like a bit.
Are you
like,
positive?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay. I'm.
Did you look at the picture, or did you like squint really hard and look at it?
He didn't have glasses on, or something. I don't know. He's seen the black and white version that you sent him, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Wow." And I was like, "I'm glad you're happy."
I don't know how to judge this reaction because you guys are looking at this, and my only thought is like, just how low has the bar gotten?
That's a
That's true.
Right.
Good
That's
question.
that's
I'm
my
99%
thought.
sure any of the other work that is supposed to be done for tomorrow is not going to be done. because was not done earlier. I don't think it's done now, and it won't be done tomorrow.
Imagine you showed up on your Netflix film set episode of Stranger Things, and the costumes and like the props department and the makeup department and everyone showed up and be like, I forgot we had work today.
I'm pretty sure you just get fired.
Yeah.
And they bring in someone that's really good
I think
at
they just. I think the entire crew just
Yeah,
gets
for
swapped.
sure.
I'm pretty sure everyone just gets.
I think they're
swapped out.
canceling production for a week and just rehiring.
Yeah, I'm
Everyone's
pretty sure-
fired.
I'm pretty
We
sure
wouldn't
it
be
is
fired.
just.
No, we did. We put up the wrapping paper. we did what we were told. That's what we were
I'm
told. to
pretty
do.
sure like the whole department just gets pulled out, and then a new one gets instated.
They have a
at that point.
meeting about that. They're like,
Yeah.
what happened? What happened?
Yeah, I feel like if it was a freak thing, there probably would be like, well, what the hell's going
But
on?
this is a
here?
freak accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, of awesome proportions. It was not. It was not cool.
That's. Yeah.
We're gonna see tomorrow. We might have a case of that on
We're
our
gonna
hands.
have
We
a
can't
case
get fired.
of a massive crash air. It's
Okay.
what-
Which
going to
I can't
happen.
wait to see.
And I am leaving because it is not my fault.
Okay.
A director crash out is warranted when your whole crew didn't do anything.
I was gonna wait. Okay, I'm excited to hear about this.
This is a follow up.
This is
Later
Yeah,
on.
we'll update
There's
you
gonna,
guys later.
there's gonna be an update on the next episode.
Follow up. It's just one of those things, you know. Things happen. Things go straight.
This is the program, okay, guys? You don't expect anything more or less.
Oh yeah, we don't need to explain that. At pilot episode we talked. We're film students. There was
Yeah, that
no
was good.
explanation needed there. That's
There's-
right.
no,
You
that's
never
fine.
know what you're gonna get in a film class.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a true statement.
It's-
Specifically to our class, I think.
Yeah.
It is. It's. You take a roll of the dice, and sometimes it comes up snake eyes.
Sometimes it lands on the corner of the dice, perfectly balanced.
Sometimes you flip a coin, and it just lands vertically.
That's
And you have to live with that.
I think that's what happened. That's a really apt description, I think.
Yeah. It's it's not great. Not great.
And that's I guess that's why things are so. They talk about like obviously this is stretching, and they talk about that like you get like a director from like maybe from the 80s or someone. We get our film instructors that are a little older, and they're like this. It's run like a military, this set. And it's like, obviously you're exaggerating, but like to a degree, I think there's a reason that things are run so strict. Is so this stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like movies just don't get made in time. That's what happens to all those movies that got canceled you were excited for. This is what happened.
Yeah.
In some part,
They
probably.
hired someone from our class.
Some version of this definitely has. occurred.
Yeah, there was, like obviously it's not to this extent.
Well, it's like that's what production hell is.
Yeah, there you go.
Pre-production hell or whatever, development hell, right? Anywhere it ends up, right? It's just, shit just falls apart.
It hits the fan.
Well, movies are like massive, complex operations.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a lot of moving parts, and if some people don't pull their weight, then the whole thing just kind of falls under, because it's a movie is a series of complex decisions made by a group of people who are just trying to see a vision through, and ultimately at the end of the day it's a sum of its parts. And so what's the chain is only as strong as the weakest link,
There you go.
right?
It's
That's how it works.
I think it's also the falling apart of like the vision too, which is like it sometimes like can't even be helped. It's one of those things where it's like that vision just when you got people that are, and I don't want to say uninterested, but you'll get that in, especially when you're working on these small projects too, and then you have someone in
Student
such an important
projects
role,
specifically.
student projects, where someone's so invested, and then on the other side of that chain, that weak link of someone that just doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
Well, then that whole chain falls apart. So
Well, it also kills morale.
it does.
Like, and
yeah.
that to me, I think that's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
With it.
I'm not interested in this at all.
No.
Because
And there's a
I
killer.
knew from the start that this was all gonna go wrong.
And from the start, it was a great idea too.
Yeah.
Because if you have somebody around who doesn't give a shit about what's going on, clearly disinterested, and is just kind of bringing everything down, then that just pisses everybody else off.
And when those somebodies is 60% of the class, then
Well, now you've just got a really sad situation.
You don't got to film,
no.
which is what we're looking at tomorrow. Is
No,
what
this is not gonna happen. I
It
feel like
can't.
it won't.
like I question the ability, like, and even like some of the stuff that we've worked on, it's come down to a crunch. It's like, oh, like how is this going to work? Somehow you find a way, you know, you make it work. But you get to a point when you're working on a project where so many things have fallen apart and so many things have yet to be completed, at least to like an adequate degree where you're like, can you make this? Like, can you physically do it? Is it possible? And like, you hate to question that. Because like you said, it's killing morale is what it is.
Man,
but
I
it's-
don't mean to complain all the time, but sometimes it just really sucks when you
Yeah.
get stuck with a bunch of people who just don't care.
I think overall, I've been really fortunate
Yes.
in the long run to have been sort of, I've worked with mostly people who also give a shit, right?
Yeah,
You know,
Last
like-
year's graduating class was really cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
most of that
hard
class were
workers.
very good, if not all of them. They were
Yeah.
great. But like even like when I've met people that are not met people, but even working with like, because I've been in and out. I've had friends in the program forever. I've been in and out of the course for over the sort of few years.
yeah.
So I've gotten to see a lot of classes in that way. And even when like there's a lot of like headbutting happening in the room, it's still, you can tell the difference between the people who are uninterested and don't give a shit what's happening and the people who like have personal beef, but like they clearly still both care about what's happening,
Yeah.
right? And I've gotten to see pretty much all of that.
Those are like two different things.
They're two
completely.
different things.
Yeah.
But there's things that happen, and I would say that one, I wouldn't even say the difference is professionalism, because the guys who were mad at each other were not. It wasn't the most like it. Like they weren't fucking fighting each other on set or anything,
No.
but they were, you know, they clearly not the biggest fans of each other.
Side eye.
But they still like obviously like, everybody involved still gave a shit about what was happening.
Mhm.
Like nobody didn't care, right? And that much was apparent, and that's nice. But when you have people who just don't care, it's like okay, because the people beefing, that's also like kind of a hit on morale.
Yeah.
But it's different than people just not caring, right?
Which is awful. And again, it's like, and it's not to come at anyone. Like, you know, like everyone's doing their own thing. You know, everyone is working on their own projects as well. And you know,
Everyone
you get
has
to-
their own struggles in life.
Exactly.
personal
Yeah.
issues.
But it comes to a point where it's like, you know, you really don't, you know, you don't want to be affecting other people too, because it can, you know, when you're coming from, like you said, film, which is a collaborative effort
Yeah.
of people just working together. When you get so many people not doing, you know, one or thing or another
Yeah.
thing, it's like it kind of falls apart for everyone.
Mhm.
So it's like it's tough, I guess. But you know, I think there's a lot of I don't know. We've got promise. There's still promise left for this and for our big upcoming film, which is what's got me. Maybe not for this, but for our big upcoming project that is the final. You know, that is
Yeah. Mhm.
a culmination of all of our skills together. You know, there's still hope for that, and I think that's
You mean the final film?
yeah.
I'm a tad concerned about that.
I'm also worried about it, to be honest, from everything I've heard.
I'm just trying to be
also-
optimistic.
Now, granted, the only person giving me information about it is her, so I would
Okay.
have a very biased view on what's happening. But you know,
It's going, you know.
Yeah.
I
Is
think
it?
I think
Where's
well
the
from
script?
from
Can
the
I see
point the script. That's crazy.
oh,
That's true. No, you're not wrong.
That's no, that's if you don't have a counter to that, then you're toast.
Yeah.
You're like
That's true. That's true.
You're toast.
No, that's a good point.
Okay, that's
That is not your fault. You were not one of the people that are like, oh yeah, we'll have this written in a month.
No, but it's again another good point of like, yeah, like there's only so much, and that's not. And it's funny you say that too, because like out of all the things, the script's probably like the thing.
Very important.
It is, but it's also like what I'm least worried about. I'm more worried about the production side of things. You know.
I would be very worried.
Like pre-production, like, you know, it's one of those things, like obviously the script, you want to take time with it. You do want to be moving with it. You want there to be progress in that. But it's one of those things where you know, it takes time. And like obviously there's been a lot of other things happening and a lot of people working on simultaneous projects at the same time. And it makes sense that something like that will take a bit of a hit when so many people are busy. But when it comes to working on a production that needs everyone's full attention during
Oh
production.
yeah, that's why we're toast.
Yeah.
For the people at home, this is not one of our movies. This is
No,
yeah.
No,
This-
no,
this
ours
is-
are
this
very
is-
professional.
just to be clear, this is the word.
Not something we are
We're
working on.
talking about big student adventure. We're not
Yes.
talking about independent, wacky fun times
No.
with Travis. We're talking
Very
about something that's a very different operation than what I do.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's
Operation is crazy. That's
yeah.
because like
No, it's yeah. Those films are they're great experiences. They're really fun to work on, but holy fuck,
oh, man.
I don't know how to describe it other than that, because it's one of those things where I think as a first year, those movies are way more fun to be on.
Do you still have light in your eyes?
No,
Your
it's
first
because
year?
you're not above the line. All the second years are above the line, so you don't actually realize how fucked the situation is,
That's true.
right? Unless you're me when you're first year, and I just so happen to be like, you know, super tight with everyone, and I'm just like running around through departments, and just sort of being like, oh, and also being a first year in charge of a department, and I'm like, oh fuck, everything's falling apart. Like, that's, like just being aware of it as it's happening is like, you know, not a thing that I think most first years have to sort of experience. They just get to sort of be there. They get to be there and have all the fun and
Yeah, you experience that
be a
cool
part
side
of
of
this,
everything.
right? But once you're in an above the line position, like you get to see the cracks in the wall. You get to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You see the
I
tape
found-
holding everything together. Yeah.
I spent my time just laying on a bench in the sun because I had nothing to do like 99% of the time.
That's a lot. That's a lot of filmmaking too. Is just hurry up and wait, right? I think that's a part that people don't think about. You know, talk about that a lot. Hurry up and wait. I think that happens a lot too when you have like a bunch of people.
You get a big
When you
crew.
have like bigger crew means more wait,
Yeah.
or more like you have a lot more time to idle.
Which sometimes like ends up working against you as well.
Yeah,
To like a, you know, it depends on what
it doesn't
everyone's
happen
doing.
a lot on a low budget situation.
No, like on our side of things, when it comes to the stuff we're working on, like you don't get that because you have such small crews and
Yeah.
such, you know, and everyone's like, you know, pulling their own weight plus some.
I'm very used to we wear many hats.
Yeah, there you
right?
go.
Like that's, I've never not worn more than like 3 hats.
And it comes to the point of like
Like
people.
that's just
It's just how it is. Yeah,
what happens.
people on a big set, not.
It's also too. I think on small sets too. I mean, you also get like I think where it definitely happens. I think on like the bigger scale where like what happens is a lot of the time you hire a lot of people that like you've worked with before and you trust and
Yeah.
you recognize and you're like, this guy knows how to do this thing. I'll get him in. He can do this and then whatever. You still hire outside of that. I'm sure on like bigger studio productions, but I think you know, there's a lot of sort of, I don't know if you call it nepotism, but there's a lot of just like, oh, you know a person who you can rely on and you've worked with before, and so you pull them in because these are big monumental things that have to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not just gonna pull in people that you don't know.
Yeah, people you don't
Yeah, fair
trust.
enough.
I mean, you will, but like you know,
Like
if
in
you've got,
smaller roles.
yeah, but if you've got like, you know, you're not gonna call like a random person to be your gaffer or your DP. You're gonna pull out
Yeah.
somebody that you've worked with before, probably.
So you know they're you know they're dedicated to the
Yeah.
stuff they work on.
And so, but like even on small sets, it's like even on like the no budget, like I mean, if anything, we do that more. If anything, we do that more with no money than the people with money.
That's
I would
because
think.
we're not gonna go and you know like work on like
Dude, number one, I can't pay you. So it's got to be somebody who's gonna work for me without pay.
Yeah.
And then number two, it has to be somebody who I know I can trust behind the camera, or I've seen behind the camera enough to know that I can get him to do what I need him to do. So it's like, if anything, it becomes even more gated, I guess.
more like closed in,
I don't know.
the circle of
Yeah.
people and filmmakers that are actually with the amount of filmmakers in that circle becomes
Yeah,
small.
it becomes sort of tight knit,
Yeah,
which is like, I guess not that bad, but also, I mean, we're in like a small place anyway, so it's not like,
there's only so many people
Our-
around. Yeah,
the net's not that wide
Mhm.
for us anyway. We're very tight knit crew of people.
that's true. That's true too.
But yeah,
Yeah. Films.
Yeah, that's enough film talk. Now we have to talk about something else.
I mean, we can keep talking about films. I mean, I
We
kind
do it all
of,
day long.
Are
That's-
getting bored.
kind of our
I
thing.
don't think so. I mean, if anything, the whiplash of things is probably going to be
Whoa.
something else. But it's. I mean, I expected this to sort of always lean film media oriented anyway.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I did not expect it to turn into the
Rant?
The college student film conversation.
No, it's just always on my mind because I'm just
It
a little
would be.
upset.
Even when you
It
leave,
is.
you'll still think about it. Take it from me. I still think about it. Because that's what happens when you go to hell and come back. You still think it's a very traumatizing experience. What was it? Smiling Friends. Charlie comes back to life there, or whatever. He's like, Pim, I've been on a very crazy adventure and I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want
I
to.
mean, I can't remember the exact delivery of that, but it is.
I seen that clip the other day.
He comes
it's
back
crazy.
from hell and he's like, no.
I've been to hell.
He's like, I really don't want to talk about it right now. But that. I mean, that's what like film is. I don't know.
And not to scare people away from making movies. You know, make your movies, make your
No.
films, have a good time. It's not all horrendous stuff. It's a fun. It's it's a good time. It's why we do it. But part of that is those times where things don't work so smoothly.
We're talking a lot about like negative experiences, I guess.
Yeah.
Or, like not even that negative, but we're talking
No,
about
not
obviously
really.
we're talking about like we're focusing on a certain aspect.
Mhm.
But like for me, I mean, the most fun I've ever had is on film sets.
Oh yeah,
Straight
for
up,
sure.
it's the most fun I've ever had. It's a thing I'm passionate about. It's a thing I'm never going to stop doing. And I think that passion's really the important thing to have for this. But it's like it's fun because when you end up having, I imagine on bigger sets it might be more interesting, or on larger scale
Yeah.
productions. I don't know about having like bigger crews and stuff. I like having the small crew. But it's the thing for me about it is I really enjoy. It's like going. It is like going to war for a couple of days. It's like getting deployed for a week, right?
Mhm.
Like it's you and like 4 other people, and you're together for minimum 12 hours a day for the next like 2.5.
And it's
the next, like, 2
nonstop
to 3
work
days.
too.
It's nonstop.
You're like you get off of that, and then you eat food, and you go to bed, and then you wake up, and then you're
We
working
go again. Yeah,
you're
because
just-
you're doing these 12-hour days, right? for the
and if
most
you
part.
enjoy it like that, it's great. It is.
Oh, I love this.
But like for some people, I can see and I can see why people can get burned out from that too,
Yeah.
which a lot of people talk about the burnout.
But that's
from
what the
sets.
post-production cycle's for, because then you don't really have to look at each other anymore.
There you
But,
go.
I think that I don't know, it cultivates like community. Like it really is like it's a team. Like it's gonna sound corny as shit to say, but like really, you become kind of a family by the end of like
Yeah.
by the end of like a week of shooting, like a week of 12-hour days. Like you guys are just fucking in it at that point.
And I don't think there's a film set I've worked on where I've forgot. Like obviously you don't remember every single thing you do, but I don't think I've forgotten like a film set that I've worked on. I think
No.
for the most part, everything I've worked on, like there's some key memories of everything. There's always something that happens, whether it's
Yeah.
good or bad.
in jokes and everything.
Exactly, and so like you said, it's a little community of people that all enjoy doing the same thing.
It got to a point on the pirate movie, which was the movie we did when I was in college, where an in-joke basically just became a non-verbal form of communication.
There you go.
Like there are points where like we're literally across the set from each other and we're just like doing like fucking hand signals, like there aren't like film hand signals, right? Like these aren't like traditional like signals or anything. Like this is like some bullshit somebody did and we just kind of kept doing it.
It's all inside.
Yeah, like
Inside jokes.
nobody else knew what this meant except for like the 4 of us. And it became the whole crew eventually, but like, it wasn't like any meaningful information. It was just a funny thing. So we'd be in the middle of a take and I can see a guy literally through the set wall and he would do it just to try to we'd just try to make each other break
just
in the middle of the take, right? Like it was just fucking around. And for me, that's the stuff that I always remember, and I cling to that stuff the most.
And that's a nice, that's a light aspect of that filmmaking. Like that's the kind of lighthearted. That's the stuff that people enjoy.
Like-
That's why people keep coming back to it. I think.
like when we should get Halen on to talk about this.
Okay.
Maybe to some extent. I don't know if he wants to. I know. I'm pretty sure you watched the first episode, so you might be watching this one. So keep that in mind, buddy. But no, even on his, he's not like the biggest fan out. His student, like his big college student thesis film went. I'm not either, but I'm not gonna talk about that right now. But
Another topic.
for me, like the best part of that production was like, because we shot it kind of just in a bunch of locations, but like one of them was like at our friend's house, and while he was not pleased with everybody present in his house, I will say for me one of the best moments of that shoot is in that house because it was like me, most of the cast, and like half the crew, and we were just hanging out. in like the living room for like I think it was like the second half of lunch or something,
Okay.
and we were just hanging out. And for me, that's like the best part.
And that too, just hanging out on set,
Yeah.
like you get those downtime moments where, like on Newfie Bullet, like there was a lot of downtime, like you know, like even the like you said, the lunch, like that barbecue, like it's just little things like that. You get minutes of just hanging out with people,
Do you
getting to know
remember
your
when
crew.
Caesar was pretending to be a cat to drive everyone crazy?
And it worked. And that's a great like that's a key memory of that, you know. And it's not all just messing around on set because you get those downtime moments, and it's good for morale, and it's good to have people connecting and like having a good time.
Well, this is why like I still think that I'm really fortunate because like me and like Halen and Eric, like I feel like when we work on sets together and like in general every time we've worked on a set, it seems like we're always really good at and not just the three of us, but like the three of us and then everybody who's like crewed with us,
Yeah.
sort of on any short that we've made has been like really good at fucking around. But then the second somebody calls for like, all right, time to like chop, shit's gotta happen. Everybody like a fucking switch just goes to work,
Yeah.
right? Like it's we're yet to really work with somebody who is unable to basically pull that 180 of fucking around to work.
Full work mode. I
Right.
think being able to do that's important too, like you say, because it allows for moments of relaxation and, you know, communication between everyone. Everyone's just having a good time, but then when things need to get serious, and you do need to get moving, because sometimes, you know, you get behind and stuff. It's good to have people that are able to.
I think it's really important to be able to keep things loose, but to also just still be able to recognize that there's a time constraint
Yeah,
on what's happening. Right?
sure. Yeah, that's definitely important.
Because I mean, time is money. When you don't have money, time is even more valuable than if you do. Because nobody's getting paid for this, so it's just kind of like we have to make the movie, or we literally have nothing to show for it.
That Netflix show
Right.
misses one day, and they got to spend another couple million. We miss one day, and it's like, oh, the shoot is
It's
completely.
like, well, now we don't have a movie.
Yeah.
Now everybody's got to go back to work for a week.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because everybody knows we only got the 2 days off.
exactly.
to
Yeah,
shoot.
there you go.
Like we have to work within certain constraints, and to some extent, I mean that's the superpower of being a student. Is a lot of the time you're not necessarily working at the same
You got
time.
that free time
Right.
to some degree.
Well,
yeah.
some people are working, but not
Yeah.
everyone, right? Like your week is still empty because you're at fucking school.
Exactly.
So it's like that's kind of like the benefit to that is that you have all this time to make movies. Not that anyone ever abuses that time, which is
no.
I find to be really crazy because to me, if I went back, that's the first thing I would do. I'd make more garbage.
Just constantly.
I would make more garbage like this, and that would be the first step. Was just because you got to turn out a bunch of garbage before you get something good, right? It's just how it works.
Like you were saying, it was like the quantity over quality, and then eventually you
Yeah.
get that point. It becomes quality. You know, it's
I
just
think it's
getting those reps in.
there's sort of two views to it, but I think people do get it mixed because I think it depends on how you view it. I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously, quality versus quantity. Everybody's gonna say yes, quality. Obviously,
Yeah,
of course,
obviously.
it's better to have one good thing than 100 shit things.
Shit things.
But if you're developing a skill, if you're in like the early days of starting something like drawing, like you get what the saying for drawing, every 10,000 drawings you have one good one, right?
Yeah.
So I think the same applies to any art form or any talent or any skill, right? If you want to get good at something, you have to do 10,000 before you get your good one.
You don't make that really good looking short film, but you know, making 100
Yeah.
practice, like just messing around with your friends before that gives you that confidence to make that really
Yeah,
good looking short
it's
film.
confidence is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Because once you've made all the shit ones and you've made all the mistakes, now you know what not to do, and you can actually start trying to do what you're supposed to.
Yeah, and I like that outlook on it too, because
Yeah.
you know it's a positive way to look at it too, instead of
Yeah.
just being like, oh,
Well,
like
it's a way to look at it that doesn't it doesn't like demonize mistakes. It makes them seem like the value, which is what they are. Mistakes are value.
and everyone makes mistakes, especially when it comes to filming. I'm sure we've all made a bunch of mistakes.
Nobody's
on
ever
film,
done
so-
anything perfect ever in their entire lives.
Yeah,
Perfect does not
exactly.
exist. That's
True.
that's my other view. You can call that controversial if you want.
No, I agree. I agree.
Perfection is not real, and anybody who thinks it's real is somebody who's too afraid to
Reaching
fuck
for
up.
it.
Right? That's perfection is a made-up ideal that you should strive for, but you should not never expect to hit because it's not real.
You can't beat yourself up over something.
It's a hypothetical standard that you're trying to hit, but you will never hit. You're only trying to hit it because you want to get as good as you can, right? If that makes any sense. This is specifically how I look at it.
No, I think that, yeah,
Right.
and that's definitely.
Perfection is not like a real obtainable standard because it's different for everyone, right? Everybody has their different notion of what perfection is.
That's the other thing with film. It's
Yeah.
like, film is subjective. Whether people want to admit that or not, it is subjective, you know?
Yeah.
There are some fantastic films that a lot of people don't like, and there's some pretty rough films that people love too, and that just depends on your taste.
Yeah.
You know, so something might be almost perfect to you that someone else absolutely hates, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give any examples right now. I'm not trying to get controversial on film takes. We're not talking about film takes right now, but
Okay.
we can get an episode on that.
I don't know. Jane, do you have anything to add to any of this? Been very quiet for the last, I don't know, probably 10 minutes.
I'm just thinking
I'm just thinking about what?
stuff.
Stuff. Okay.
Yeah, just all the work I have to do because I've kind of been neglecting my long distance work.
Okay.
So I gotta do that. Also, I was thinking about the time in the train. Do you want me to tell the story?
You can if you're okay with it being on the internet.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to
so-
hold any, I have no responsibility for this now. You're choosing to tell this.
Go ahead.
So our class and the last year graduating class was doing the train movie last year.
Yeah.
And it was night and we just finished the shoot. And I went back on the train to get some kind of costume piece because I was doing costumes. And I see Darren, one of the people that have worked on many of our little films here with us.
We love Darren.
Yeah,
Classic.
so
Classic
he
individual.
was the first AD, so he was locking up the train, and he was strolling along, so I started walking towards him, and all the lights were turned off, because, we were packing up for the night, and he looks at me, and then he starts, running away, so I'm like, what's he doing? So I start chasing him, and he just keeps running, and he's, terrified. It was hilarious, and then one of our instructors spots us, and he's like, what's going on? And Darren turns around, he's like, it's you! I thought it was a demon trying to get me. And he's
Okay.
clutching his chest and stuff.
Okay.
I think that on that's a good. I think we think we need to do more.
That
We
was
should do
the
some more horror.
best
Let's get some more.
We should do more.
Let's get some
horror.
train horror. Maybe. Well, let's recreate this. I think we should recreate this story. We can get Darren to act in this. He's acted for us as well.
Yeah, he
I think
probably
this
would.
is a great idea. You've acted.
This is.
I really
okay.
I thought he was kidding when he started to run. I thought he was
That's kind of funny.
pretending to be running away from
This
me.
is.
But he
Burnt.
was actually scared. He
You
thought
thought
I
you
was
were
like a
a
ghost.
you thought you were like a legitimate demon.
Yeah.
It
chasing
doesn't help
you.
that. Was it not pitch black on that train?
Yeah, all the lights were off.
I guess that
from
wouldn't help.
But I could tell it was him. So I don't know how you couldn't tell it was me.
Perhaps he needs glasses. If we considered this.
That's another episode.
We
We'll
should.
go get eye tests. We'll go test our vision. Honestly,
That's a good idea.
that's
I
the
don't
YouTube
mind
content I
that
would click
brain
I
on.
already have mine done. I can't do it.
I haven't in a
Listen,
while.
you two are gonna get your eyes checked, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the optometrist.
Oh
Check
God.
I'm gonna be the one who does
We'll
it.
set it up here in this room,
Yeah. We'll get the machine.
and the little eye, the little wall
yeah.
chart.
We'll get the machine too with the little burn in the distance. You know that
Like
one?
the
You know the
Glasses
blue
where
one
they
that
can put in
blows
the-
air.
Yeah.
We're gonna spend thousands of dollars on this one video.
If we were Mr. B, you can help us do it. You can help.
We get Mr. Beast still.
You can help by liking and subscribing. That's
If there's one YouTuber that we could get on this, who you guys want?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast? I feel
No,
like
I
you're
don't.
definitely not saying Mr. Beast.
We're not getting Jimmy on this.
What? That would be amazing.
I don't really care either.
One YouTuber.
This is a funny question.
You're asking me?
I'm asking both
yeah.
of you.
Yeah. No. You specifically.
For what? What
For
storyline are we talking?
if you can
No, I
YouTube-
just any
no, if you
YouTuber on
get
the
a YouTuber
podcast.
on this podcast, who is this? Or this show, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like calling it a podcast. I've said
I
this
don't
before.
follow a lot of film YouTubers.
Doesn't
Doesn't need to be
matter.
film.
Doesn't
I just
matter
mean in
who is it.
general.
Like my favorite YouTuber?
Whoever.
Yeah, sure.
Whoever.
Probably Markiplier. He's kind of filming.
That, no, he made a movie.
He's
He
filming
used to
that.
film. He's making Iron
He's a
Lung.
filmmaker now.
Iron Lung is coming out. Like he's making a movie.
Yeah.
That fits.
God bless him. Markiplier, call me.
Get him on.
That's a good pick, actually. That's a great pick. I would like to. I'd fucking kill to get Mark on this. That'd be cool.
That would be good stuff.
That'd be cool. I'd like to meet him. He seems like a chill dude. He seems like a pretty awesome guy.
He does seem like a nice guy.
But especially
We've
making a
talked
movie
about
too.
this before.
What was that?
Our discussion ended in deciding it would be better to meet a YouTuber than a celebrity.
I agree. I think still with that. I stand by that. I think Markiplier would be a fun. He's like a good one to meet. I think he seems like he's
he's a
definitely
really nice
the better
guy.
one. I don't know who I would pick. I don't know. That's a crazy question.
Good question, is it not?
Okay, I gotta think about it.
You start just asking
You
questions.
were like,
there's
write a
"Who's
list,
the
write a
pick?"
list.
And you were like, oh, you gotta pick quick. Come on, Jane.
I gotta pick quick.
Focus.
Yeah, but I didn't have an answer. I still don't.
You dropped Jimmy, but
No, I didn't
Let's
mean
let it
that.
roll.
Jimmy was a joke. I did not like. If he wanted, if we had, if
I'd
Mr.
let him
Beast
on,
wanted to
man.
come on, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to him. But like, I think it'd be kind of
I
funny.
think
It's really funny. We're talking about this. Like, oh, what other big YouTuber could we get on the show? And it's like the only thing I've been thinking was, I'm like, what friends do we have that are like kind of cool and would definitely just be okay with coming here?
I immediately thought of Markiplier. I think probably Iron Lung. I think was on there. But
Markiplier is like, I think like when it comes to
The
like
base.
the big people that like, if I had to pick a big person to get on here, I think Mark is actually
it's just
because he's. I don't know what other film experience he has outside of just YouTube content and Iron Lung,
I think that's like
right?
Edge of Sleep.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That was an audio drama. That's
Did he
what
do
they
this?
called it. It was by what is it, Q Code or something like that? It's some kind of audio podcast. You know what audio drama is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it got picked up for a television show. It was on Prime,
Okay.
and he's lead actor in that.
Damn.
He was the
Okay.
voice actor in it, and then they got him back to playing live action. So he's got a little bit on his plate.
Like I said, as far as YouTubers go, I don't have much of a different.
Let's get Dan
answer.
TDM on it.
Dan TDM.
So many questions. He's got years of experience. He's top of the charts. Let's get him on here. I don't think he has any film experience, but hey, I've been.
Well, they don't need to have film experience to come on here.
That's right. I did say that, yeah, in the question.
But it's. I still don't have an answer. My brain keeps going to Call Me Kevin, who's like just an Irish like variety gamer, but like I don't know why that is. He just seems like a chaotic force.
Talking about gamers, I think Corey Kenshin would be funny.
Who?
Corey Kenshin?
I have no idea who this is.
No.
Nope.
Oh, crazy. Corey Kenshin.
I am. You gotta remember that the age gap between us is like basically 70 years on the internet.
Oh, that's true.
Right, like
but man,
that's-
he's been around. He's
I
made
have
his
no idea who this
he's
is.
made his rounds, I think, as far as I know.
No idea
He's a
who this
funny
person
guy.
is. I have no idea who this
He
person
was
is.
YouTubing when PewDiePie, I think, and Mark were big. He was in that. He was in that.
Not that good then. Couldn't have been. I would have seen him.
Yeah, I would know
would've
this
seen him.
guy.
I would have seen
You
him.
would have met him
I
if he
would-
was that
You
good.
would have seen him
I would have
around.
known him. In fact, he would have been a very good friend of mine. I would have known him.
I'd have him on Discord right now.
I could call him right now, right this instant.
We're bringing up next episode, Corey Kenshin.
I have no idea who this is still. I don't.
I think he does just gaming. I think gaming's his niche. I
Yeah.
think that's
Okay,
yeah.
That's
He
everybody
does
we've talked about
reaction
right now.
videos to like scary stuff.
There is not a single person that's been mentioned in the last 5 minutes who isn't a gamer.
He blew back up in the Among Us era of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had a.
I still don't know.
Maybe he
I was
didn't. I
watching
don't
I was
it.
just saying that Mark's more of a filmmaker than a gamer at this point.
Mark is definitely. I'm not gonna lie. That's such like a good pull. Like that is definitely like a guy that I would want to have present if possible.
Even the YouTube series.
Like if we
so,
can, like as a guest.
Possible.
No, it's not. Make it happen, folks.
reach for the stars. Someone share this to Markiplier.
See if
He's
they
not coming to this place.
if we get the reach, if everybody says it, maybe he'll see it and he'll want to be
Do you
on.
think he'll fly here?
But see, because what you're saying, shoot for the moon, we're gonna shoot for Mark, and then
We're in a
maybe
very
we'll land
odd
amongst the
location.
Jacksepticeyes, right? Maybe we'll.
Hey, get Jacksepticeye on here. That's all.
There's no disrespect to Jack in that
No,
statement.
no.
I would also
God,
agree.
no.
I think he'd be a fun guy to talk
That would
to
be
too.
amazing. Yeah.
But that's really funny. This is. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
This is
Jack,
not possible.
Jack,
None of this has happened.
Mark and PewDiePie?
Jacob and I in the last one, literally the entire thing, Jacob was like, what do you think this is going to be? Because I don't think it's going to be anything.
Oh, that was
That was what Jacob said.
conversation.
Jacob has,
Thanks for the
Jacob has
enthusiasm,
no
Jacob.
faith in this as a concept.
Well, you know,
And to
He's
be
just-
fair,
he's a big bully.
no, but to
shouldn't
be
be
fair,
bullied.
this was made, I agree with him. This was not made because I thought it was going to work. It was made because I was like, oh, this is going to be,
Well, but this is
all great things
Something
start
different.
from.
and
It's
it's a
fun.
fun archive of just like
it's fun.
friendship and
This is-
chats and
This entire
Cats.
thing is literally just me forcing people to talk to me for an hour.
Hey, it's one of those things of like, it's one of those like podcasts where it's like, again, like you said, the show, the podcast thing, where it's like, it's just footage of regular conversations, basically.
Yeah.
Same thing. We've hashed out a million of these episodes just unrecorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's. Well, I'm just regurgitating information here. I've said this I think in every episode. It's literally I say to get people to hang out with me for an hour. It's just a hangout for an hour.
It is, yeah.
It's not like.
It's not that deep.
No, it's not that deep. It's just to hang out for an hour, but it's also because it's.
And just that drive to create content.
One episode of this creates like a week of content.
There you go.
Whereas when we make a short film, which is the thing that we prefer to do, we just don't have money for it. So like and subscribe if you want to solve that fucking problem for us.
Join our membership.
Yeah, membership. Well, we don't have that yet. We need to hit 500 subs first.
Oh, is that what
We
that
need
is?
500 subscribers.
That's less than I thought it would be.
And 30,000 watch hours.
Okay.
Or no, not 30. That's an exaggeration.
That's okay. We'll
My
just set
bad.
up a computer.
3,000 watch hours, 500 subscribers.
That's doable.
It
We need,
is,
like 8
it is,
computers
but we
running.
need 3,000 people to watch this episode of the podcast. We need 3,000 views, an hour of view.
Come on, guys. This is a good podcast. Watch.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, watch the entire thing.
Everybody watch it in full. Everyone, put it
Send
on
it
the
to your
background. I don't give a
friends.
shit. Send,
Wash the dishes and do it. Do the laundry.
yeah, do whatever you want.
Go to work.
But-
do it at work. Let's do it at work. Why not?
Do it at work. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. But I mean, like the entire purpose of this is like we just get to shoot the shit for an hour and talk about whatever the hell we want.
Talk about whatever.
Mostly film oriented, it would seem, which is sort of what I anticipated. And
I think for the most part it
yes.
is.
And then this also, once again, I mean, this was sort of the main point of the first episode was that it gives a sense of who we are to the audience instead of just being a series of
Just
short
names and
films-
credits and
short films
faces.
that live in a vacuum.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. No, I
But I don't know.
That sentiment.
We're at about an hour and 7 minutes.
Make sure to smash and subscribe.
If you made it all the way to the end, be sure to comment something. What are they going to say?
What should you comment if you made it to the
If they
end?
made it to the end, what are they going to say?
What should they say? It should be an emoji.
They should.
Apple.
An apple.
Hit us with the apple corn emoji if you guys made it to the end.
Yeah. All right.
That's
So
how
if
we
you made it
know.
to the end, you're legally obligated to subscribe to the YouTube channel now.
Yes.
You have to like and
You
subscribe.
must have had some interest if you watched this much.
Yeah, if
of
you
this
made it all the way to the
just
end, you
random.
actually have to like and subscribe.
So you
and
want to
share.
see another episode?
Yeah.
So hit the bell.
Yeah, obviously, yes.
Hit the bell
Yeah.
for
Ring that little
notifications.
bell.
You have to. It's required by law. If you don't, the cops will show up.
And put us in a playlist.
Like,
Watch later. Put us in something.
favorite 5-star.
Put a review. Leave a review.
Find it on Letterboxd.
Find us as a show.
Go 5-star. No, what is it? Serialized? That's the show, the TV one.
Oh yeah,
Go to
yeah.
that 5-star positive review.
Leave us reviews. Leave us comments. Leave us bad reviews too. You know, we
Put us in a
Any
Discord
engagement.
server. Send a link.
We'll make
share
a
with
server.
your,
We'll
share
make
with
a
your
server.
friends. We'll make a server.
We'll make a server.
We'll make a server at 1,000 subscribers. So you gotta do
That's good.
it.
That's actually good.
That's
Something to look forward to.
all right.
Signing out.
Peace out. You froze. I was so confused.
That's funny.
You
All
went,
right.
oh right, and you
All right.
froze.
It's done. It's done. We're done. We've done it.